Hey, it is March 3rd. We got a lot to cover, and so I'm going to try to roll it out. If you have questions, you can always ask, but I'm going to roll it out. I'm so excited. I've been on two meetings in the last 2 days to make sure that I understand what March is all about. So let's go ahead and start with this. Hold on. Let me find my thing there. We're going to start with this. Hold on.
Hey y'all, I'm Chelsea Atkins, and this is a day in my life at Mary Kay's seminar as an independent sales director. After grabbing some coffee with my husband, I'm so excited to meet up with my team outside the general session. We don't always get to be together in person like this, so we make sure to take so many pictures and videos before we head inside to get the conference started. The opening dance number to kick off seminar is always so good, but this year it was even better. I was blown away by the production. One of my favorite parts about seminar is getting to celebrate all the accomplishments of Mary Kay independent beauty consultants and be inspired by speeches from our leaders and our independent national sales directors. Sadly, as you can see, I did not win the giveaway prize that I had my eye on. But that's okay, because I am so happy to be able to walk my friend Kirsten across the seminar stage to celebrate her becoming an independent sales director this year. She's worked incredibly hard, and I am seriously so proud of her. After hearing from our CEO, Ryan Rogers, my team and I made our way to the Cadillac Luncheon. This is an exclusive lunch that the teams who have earned the use of a career card this year get to attend, and it's really nice to take a break, laugh, and have a great time with my girls while eating some good food. Then we walked over to the expo portion of seminar. This is seriously so fun. There are so many cute photo ops. I absolutely love getting to pose with Mary Kay Ash's pink heart-shaped bathtub. I also got to sample some top secret new products and pose with the iconic pink Cadillac. This is also a great opportunity to mingle with some other sales directors, film some cute TikToks with my team, and I was even approached by a brand new beauty consultant and was able to share some advice with her. It was such a fulfilling experience. Afterwards, Kirsten and I headed back for a special independent sales director meeting. After our day one was over, we went back to our hotel to take some more pictures, and clearly we could not keep straight faces here. I seriously laugh so much when I'm with my team, and it is such a blessing that we have such a great time together. Then we changed our outfits and left the hotel for a team dinner in downtown Dallas. Before dinner, we shared gifts and speeches with Kirsten to celebrate her accomplishment of becoming an independent sales director. I loved getting to share praise and awards with all my team for all their hard work and to motivate them to keep going. This was such an incredible day, and I can't wait to spend the next few days with some of my favorite people.
Okay, I'm going to share another one. Just hold tight. I'm trying to let you see what it's like to go to seminar. Whoops, that one started. Hold on, let me back it up here.
You want a bigger dream or a bigger vision? You have to be at seminar.
Anybody that needs an uplift, you're going to get it here.
Seeing what the company does behind the scenes.
Hearing the stories that really touch my heart.
Rainbows in our eyes can seem to find the great divide and get to the bottom. We'll never change it, 'cause darling, we're different.
You just really get the heart of Mary Kay when you come to seminar.
The more you come, the more you meet new people. I love hearing the top national speak because they have more vision, more encouragement.
Learning from the women that have set the course before us.
You have the opportunity to create a legacy. Deposit your best in people.
Uh,
Sometimes The most
We got one more real quick video. This one was last year. This last year. Hold on.
Get ready for an event like you've never seen before. For the first time in Mary Kay history, we are taking Seminar on the road, and we couldn't be more excited. Seminar 2025 will be heading to Charlotte, North Carolina. Imagine celebrating in a place known as the Queen City. What better place to recognize the accomplishments of our Mary Kay royalty, their courts, and all of our fabulous achievers. And there's nowhere better than Seminar to transform your goal setting into goal getting. For 3 impactful days, you can soak up all the education, inspiration, and motivation surrounded by your Mary Kay family. You don't want to miss this groundbreaking Mary Kay event. Be a part of Mary Kay history in Charlotte, North Carolina at Seminar 2025. See you there.
Okay, so this year it is in Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth. I'm so excited. Has anybody ever been to Dallas, Fort Worth? No? Well, we had leadership there, not this last January, the January before. And so it was amazing. It was amazing. And oh my gosh, you just wouldn't believe what they do for us. So in August, we will be going to Dallas, Fort Worth. This month, we're going to Career Conference in Anaheim, and it's going to be off the chain. Janice has planned some exceptional things that we're going to do at luncheon. So you guys want to be a part of some of these things that we're doing because they're awesome. And seminars. So we start planning now to go in August. And as you see, I don't know how to explain it. There's a Broadway show. They have people that come in and put shows on for us off and on through the whole conference. And we get awards across stage. We get recognized on stage. We get luncheons. If we're Pink Cadillac unit, we get a special luncheon for Pink Cadillac and get recognized for the Pink Cadillac unit. So we get all these perks. So it is great to be able to, and we're all going to be together, all of us. We used to be Diamond Division, Emerald, Sapphire, Ruby, and Pearl. But now it's just 3 of us, and they're going to combine us all at one time. So it's going to be crazy. You know, when I first started Mary Kay and I went to seminar, it's a lot of people. And, you know, I wasn't a people person, so it was a lot. But I sat up and we had, I don't know how to explain it. Where we sat, there was 10,000 people there. And we were up the concrete stairs up higher. So the stage was way down there. But so the first time I went, it was kind of crazy, but I caught the dream of wanting to be on stage. And that particular stage is not there anymore. That we outgrew that. They changed it. We don't go up in there anymore like that. But when we would go backstage to get our awards, we would go up the stairs to the top. And then we had men with suits and white gloves escort us down the stairs onto the stage. Every single step. One guy at each side, all the way down to get our diamonds. And we would walk down on stage and you wave. You wave at the top of the stairs, depending on what side you're coming out, which arm you use to wave. And it's all elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist. You don't just go like this because they're taking photos of you the whole time. And you can purchase those photos if you want, or if not, you don't have to. But they take photos of you as you go on stage. And so by the time you get to the bottom, you know, all these people are out there cheering for you. And all of those, and you're walking off and they're taking photos of you. Getting every single person that goes across stage, they take photos. Every single person. And it was amazing. It was a game changer for me. I saw things bigger. Like when we go to Career Conference, you're going to see things bigger than what they are. And when you go to seminar, it's even bigger. You're going to catch the dream. You'll be able to talk to the staff. You'll be able to see the new products. You'll be able to take pictures with the cars. You'll be able to do all of that at seminar. And it's going to be amazing. So let's set a goal to be at seminar in August. And but let's get through career conference, but we're going to set a goal. And so some of the things we're going to work on now, like this double credit, is going to help us to achieve goals for seminar. Like double credit for me is going to beef up my quarter sales to where it's going to be easier for me to hit the quarter sales, because we're allowed $1,000, which instead of normally it would be $2,000 retail towards the court, it's going to be $4,000. So where I'm at right now at 28,000, it's going to give me 4,000 more towards the 45,000 that I have to have by the end of June. So it's just awesome. So I also, and I don't know, do you guys know? So you're going to have to tell me in the chat, or you're going to have to unmute. Do you know how to track your quarter sales and your quarter sharing and all that? Do you know how to do that? It's in your reports on your MTouch. And so you may not be able to hit $45,000 retail, because that's a stretch. I mean, I work hard to hit that. 40,000 was easy, and then they upped it. So 45,000 is just a little bit more of a stretch. But I usually do between 45 to 50, 52,000 a year anyway. So, but I break it down. I strategically plan it all. I work to make sure I'm on target every single month. That means I hustle and I sell, and I do a lot of faces. But so we, as a unit, we have our own court. So if you can't hit the 45,000, but you can do, you can hit our court for our unit. And let me see if I can pull up let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, so let me see here. It's like it's on the wrong page. Let me switch pages so I can enlarge it and show you. Okay, so our quarter sales, and I know this says 2022 on there, but let me share it with you. So in order to be in our unit court, okay, so to be in our unit court, and I have rings. I already have rings for the winners. The national quarter sales used to be 40,000. Now it's 45. You actually get a diamond from the company, or you can take cash. The cash is less than what the diamond is worth. I'm just telling you right now. However, I do not need a 15th diamond ring at this point. I'm kind of over the rings, but one year I did take a tennis bracelet. I have a diamond tennis bracelet, and I got an iPad one year. I've taken cash a couple of times, but the prizes are there for you to shoot for. But we also, you can do an elite princess or princess court is 20,000 retail. So check your stats. You may be able to do, and your double credit this month by the 15th helps towards your princess court or your elite duchess court, because that $1,000 wholesale by the 15th is not only going to put you on target to be a star, because the star quarter ends on the 15th, but it's also going to give you 4,000. And look, we have a lady court for 5,000 retail. You almost got that court already done. And then we have the Baroness, the Duchess, the Elite Duchess, the Princess, the Elite Princess, and the National Court. So we have all of those courts, and the real diamond rings at the National, and it is 45,000. However, our unit also recognizes all these others, and you will get rings for those as well. So check your personal sales, and what would it be like for you to hit $1,000 by the 15th wholesale? What would it be like? I mean, how could you do that? Well, Janice gave us directors. Anybody want to say anything about the jewelry or the courts? Did you even know that we did this? I every year I bring this up, but a lot of people don't even know what it is. But the court of sales is the court of sales. You get recognized at seminar. And so we have these courts for our unit, because when you work hard, I want you recognized. Even if you're not on the big stage with me, I wish for you to be on the big stage with me, because by that time I know you're selling, like you're pocketing 25,000 or $22,000 in your pocket because you sold that much to be on the court. So, throughout the year, you've actually sold that much. So you're giving back to your family at least 20,000, right? Anyway, I recognize all the other courts as well, because you guys work hard for what you do. You work hard. It is hard. I want to say it's hard. It's hard, but not like physically hard. It's more of like, you have to be like on focused, and you have to be personable, and you have to smile. And sometimes those things are, because sometimes we don't, and consistency. Yep. Consistency is the key. I learned that from the get-go. Consistency is the key to anything. Whether you're going to lose weight, you're going to save money, you want to earn something, or like even homework. If you were going to school, homework, you have to be consistent with your homework to get the grades you want, right? The quarter, you got to be consistent no matter what. And if you want to be healthy, you got to be consistent in what you're doing. If you want to build muscle, you got to be consistent going to the gym. It all works together. Consistency is the key. And I learned how to be consistent. It took me a couple of times doing the court at 40,000 to learn how to do the court and what to do the court. And so the last couple of years, I've done the court, and I paid cash for I sold the product. I got the product, used my debit card or the Zelle or the whatever, the cash form to pay for my orders. It didn't go on a credit card. But when I first started, I did put some on a credit card. Not a ton, but when I needed a little extra, I put it on. Or like in June came and I needed to do $2,000, I hustled and I sold to make it up. I didn't take a profit, but I sold. And so, but I wanted to hit the court. One year, I was $800 wholesale away from hitting the court. And I tried all I could do to sell. I didn't want to put it on a credit card. And so therefore I missed the court by like $800 wholesale. Was I sad? Yes. But it's a learning process. You learn. So the next year I got more focused and did it again and again and again and again. So this year will be 15 years of hitting the court. So the court of sales is fairly easy when you get customers and when you use the products on your skin. Because if you use the products yourself, people will take note of what you're using and say, hey, what are you using that's making a difference? Hey, what's that makeup that you have on? Hey, what's that lipstick you have on? People will notice what you have on and they'll want some of it. So it's easy to sell. You just have to open your mouth and pass out your cards. Open your mouth and book somebody. And that's the hard part sometimes for us to do that. But does anybody want to earn a diamond? Anybody? No, nobody does. Everyone does.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. And we also have, so that's the court of sales. And we also have the court of sharing. And this month, let's go back to the court of sales. So I want you to, right now we have, how many days left? We're the third, we got 12 days left to where we could hit double credit to hit 1,000. I mean, it may not be your goal to hit 1,000, but why not shoot for it? Worst case scenario, you don't hit it, but what if you do hit it? What if you do hit $1,000, right? So Janice gave us directors some ideas on how to hit. She challenged us to hit 5,000. Now, 5,000, we do not get double credit for. We do get double credit, and this is the main key thing. our unit is working to hit unit circle. Everything everybody does goes towards our unit circle. Every time, like say we had 5 of us, 5 consultants hit $5,000 or hit $1,000 by the 15th. That would give us that would give us 20,000 extra towards our unit circle instead of 10, right? Because usually it's just 2,000 and it's counting for 4. And she challenged us directors to hit 5,000. And in my mind, I thought, well, we don't get double credit for quarter sales for that. And she went on to say, but it counts for your unit circle double credit. So if I did 5,000 and 5 other consultants did 1,000 each, we would have 40,000 towards our unit circle. A unit circle is 300,000, which is a lot. It's over your head. I know, but I track that stuff. I'm a tracker. A track number grows. That's how we do it. I could never have hit the quarter sales as many times as I've hit it or tracked any of the cards if I didn't track. You have to track what you're doing. You can't just say, "Oh, I hope I sell something today," and then not track what you're doing. Track your weeks. Track your days. So say you had. Let me get my calculator. Say you had you want to be on target for Princess Court, say, and that's 20,000. And by the way, we used to back in the day, Princess Court would get invited to the Mary Kay National Area Party and get a sash and a prize. I don't know if they're still going to do that, but they used to when you did Princess Court. So say you only have $7,000 or $8,000 in right now towards Princess Court, and you did $1,000. So you added 4,000 by the 15th, which puts you at $12,000. So that means you have April, May, and June to do the other 8,000, which is really 4,000 wholesale, because we're talking 8,000, 20,000. That's retail. That's what we sell a product for. But if you break it down, and I know it sounds like a lot, say 4,000 for 3 months. Break it down. I'm teaching you guys strategically how to do this. By the way, this is not on my plan. But say you had 8,000, and it's when you divide it in half, it's 4,000 to do in 3 months. So you have $4,000 that you're going to sell because you're going to profit 4,000, but you have $4,000. You're going to divide it by 3, which is $1,333.33 per month. Then you're going to divide that by 4. We have 4 weeks in the month. Divide it by 4. That means you have to do $333 a week in sales. Can you not have a $500 or $600 week if you focus and did the activity, or a $300 or $400 week? You could. So take your big number and break it down into how many months we have left, and then break it down by weeks and focus on the smaller number to hit the bigger number. That's how you do it. And consistency. You do it week in, week out, week in, week out. You might have an off week. Sometimes I look at my sales. When I first started as a consultant, my goal was to sell $200 a week, $200. And then pretty soon that was easy. So then I went to $400, and then that was easy. So I went to $600, and that's easy. So now I'm like, let's sell $1,000 a week. That would make me happy to do 1,000. Some weeks I do 1,000. Some weeks I only do 700 or 600 or 500. But then again, I'll turn around and have an $1,800 week. So you see, it fluctuated, but $1,000 a week is good. Yep, you're making money at $1,000 a week. Because I don't know about you, but I wanted to replace my income. And when I worked for Granite, I was making from May till November. We had 6 months. We worked night shift, 11:30 at night till 11:30 in the morning. 6 months, 6 days a week. And my check every week was about $2,200, $2,400 back in the early 2000s. That's how much I made. Uncle Sam took a chunk. But that's what I made. I don't know what you guys make now, but back in the early 2000s, $2,000, $2,400 a week is pretty good money. right? So I wanted to replace my income, what I made, with Mary Kay. So when I transitioned from working there, that I would go into Mary Kay and I would just replace my income with Mary Kay income, making the same money. So, but it took consistency to earn the court that many times, consistency to earn the car. It's all in consistency. And you have to not, you're going to get tired. You're going to get bummed out. I already know this because I have. You're going to run over your starter kit, pick it back up, dust it off, put it back in, and book another class. That's what you're going to do because that's how we roll. That's what we do. You know, you only fire yourself. You hire yourself back because you're an independent contractor. Some days I don't want to work, but some days I do want to work. Some days I want to work and I can't talk. Like last week, I wanted to work and I couldn't talk. So, so the court of sales, figure out how can we get you, how can we move you? What kind of sales could we have? Anybody got any ideas on what you could do to hit $1,000 by the 15th? Wholesale. Do $1,000 wholesale. You have any ideas? Anybody? Well, Janice had a couple ideas. And I haven't calculated this out yet. She said you could do it and not take a profit, which is a bummer, but it's short term because then you're going to turn around and start taking a profit after the 15th. But on this, you can get, how many customers would you need? Is anybody good with calculations? 5 times okay, so if you had 5 customers. No, if you had 10 customers, and let's say 10, and you sold them, buy 1 miracle set, get 1 miracle set for free. So you're really not making a profit. And I'm going to say you don't have that product on your shelf, so you're going to have to CDS it. So they'd pay for shipping, they pay for tax. They're going to pay your cost for the product, right? 10 times 116 equals 1160. So you're going to order back. Would that be enough? Would that be enough miracle sets? It's 1160. I'm trying to calculate, but then that's retail. So you'd have to divide it in 2. So you'd actually need to sell 20 miracle sets or no, less than that. Try 18 times 116. Whoops. 18 times 116. Okay, so if you sold 18 miracle sets to 9 people, buy 1, get 1 free, you'd have it done by the 15th. Or you could sell 18 miracle sets, buy 1, get 1 half off. So, bye, Robin. I know you're at work. Thank you for getting on.
Yeah, I need to tap in real quick. They only had a 15-minute break, but I got to let them back in. But
okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. But I mean, it's doable for short term. Just to get, you know what that would do for your court, princess court or your duchess court? You'd almost have the 1 court done at that price. I mean, 4,000 retail is what it would be for you. You'd almost have the first court done, and it would bump you up to the next level. It would make you a star and bump you up, which we're going to talk about star too. But it would bump you up to the next level, in the courts. But it's something that you could do unless you wanted to do it a different way. Now, I want to say I take the big ticket items, and you could take time-wise repair and crunch the numbers on time-wise repair. How many of those would you have to sell? I mean, you could do the number time-wise repair. If you want to take a profit, do time-wise repair, 225 times 10. Okay, 225 times 9. Sell 9 time-wise repair sets. Oh, well, no, because you're taking a profit. You're not reinvesting the whole thing. So that wouldn't work either. You'd have to double it. It'd have to be 18 time-wise repair sets. And you could take a profit at that time. You could take a $2,000 profit and invest. You could take $1,000 profit and invest 1,000 for the time-wise repair. So you would have it. So take whatever it is, but you know how many lipsticks that would be? Oh, girl, way too many lipsticks. Way too many mascaras. Big ticket items is what you want to do. Ultimate Miracle sets with the microdermabrasion, the whole set with the microdermabrasion. Sell a few of those. Sell time-wise repair sets with the facial peel, the ultimate repair set, whatever that is. I don't even know. But sell a few of those and you'd have it made. Do you have any ideas on unmute and tell me, what would you sell to hit the $1,000? How many lipsticks would it take at $20 a lipstick? You can challenge yourself to do it.
Yeah, I think I'd go repair set and give us a miracle.
Yeah. Because the lipsticks would be whoops. Hold on. Divided by 20. Okay, so you'd have to sell 100 lipsticks. That's a lot. Mascaras are less expensive than lipsticks. That's a lot. So I would say a bunch of miracle sets and repair sets to hit the 1,000 by the 15th. Because what that's going to do is, besides bump you up to be a star consultant, bump you up to be in the court of sales or princess court or elite duchess or one of those elite princess, to bump you up into that court. That's where you want to be, because we don't get double credit all the time. And when it hits double credit, you need to like grab it and run. Okay, so we have double credit. So let's talk about the court of sharing. Double credit. So we also have, let me see if I can pull it up. I also recognize court of sharing. And Janice has challenged us directors to do 10 ourselves, but we can only count 6 towards the court. Okay, so the national court is still 24 this year. Next year it may go up, and you earn the Diamond Bumblebee. 24 Great Start qualified. Takes 4 months. They have 4 months to be Great Start qualified. But let me just tell you, you get 6 this month, Great Start qualified. They have a chance to do Great Start qualified by the end of June. But if you get 6 Great Start qualified this month, or you get 6 in this month, they'll count double. So when they are Great Start qualified, it'll be 12. That's half the court. And we do recognize that as well. Like we have Elite Princess when you have 18. We have Princess, Elite Duchess, Duchess, Baroness, and Lady. But when you have national with 24, that's like getting 6 Great Start qualifieds, or get 6 new ones in this month, get them Great Start qualified within the next 4 months. And then you have 3 months, you can get 4, or if you've already recruited people, you can get those Great Start qualified and they will count. Like Paula, you've recruited people. So if those would count. Maria, you've recruited people, so those would count. Once they get Great Start qualified, they count as Great Start qualified. So the number will be less. But even if you had none and you did the 6 this month, you have 3 months. And if you got 4 in April, 4 in May, and 4 in June, you'd be going across stage to get the Diamond Bumblebee, because they still give away the Diamond Bumblebee. And so that's something too to shoot for, to have 6. Now our goal, I have a small goal. I'm giving away that one bag, that pink bag, when we have 13 new team members this month. But you know what? If we get 20, I may give away another bag, because I have 2 bags I can give away. So we get 13, I give away 1 bag. Let's get up to 20 new ones this month. I'll give away another bag. And I may even throw some cash in there for the new people that are coming on. So it's just a matter of working the numbers and getting the people on, and then working with them to get them Great Start qualified. I mean, we can do new debuts, we can do Zooms, we can do all kinds of launches to get them on, and get them Great Start qualified. All those Great Start qualified bundles, I got reminded today, all those bundles, like Maria's new. When her people, and she's in her Great Start time period, when her people get Great Start qualified while she's in her 4-month window, they get a free bundle. She gets a free bundle. That's free money in her pocket. For every one of those that get Great Start qualified that she adds to her team, she gets free bundles. Now, Paula and I don't get the free bundles. Bummer. I know. We didn't get, when I started, we didn't get no bundles. Girl, we got nada. Nada as a new consultant. We got a starter kit and some cassette tapes, and that's it. That's what we got. So, and we don't do that anymore, but those free bundles, you know, and you get to pick your bundle that you want. Those are money in your pocket. Those free bundles you sell. Okay. So all the people that are new, like I think Annette still has, she's in her Great Start time period. So if she was to add somebody on her team and they get Great Start qualified, she gets free bundles. So all those free bundles that you all get, and all the new consultants should be Great Start qualified because you get free bundles. That's money in your pocket. But those free bundles also count towards our unit circle. I had no idea. Janice reminded us. Those extra bundles that you guys get, even though they're free, they count towards the unit circle. So it's all about the free bundles. Earn as many free bundles as you can. Earn them yourself by being Great Start qualified and hitting your 600. And the people that you add to your team, help them do the same thing to be Great Start qualified. And then you get more bundles. Because then you can sell them. And then after your Great Start time period, you have product that you can sell and make money. Or you can use it either way. So does anybody have any questions on that? I love the free bundle. We never had free bundles. We didn't have all the free stuff that you guys get back in the day. We didn't even have cell phones, remember? It's kind of crazy. But that's how we are. I mean, that's how we rolled. We didn't have any of that stuff. Anybody got any questions before I move on? So how many people are going to shoot for 1,000 by the 15th?
Me.
Okay. We'll work on the skincare sets or the way to get their 1,000. I'm just saying. And I know Paula's going to work to get her 1,000 because it's going to make her be a star. She's almost a star consultant.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Paula, when you become a star consultant and Maria, your team member, and Annette get Great Start qualified, it bumps you up a level in the star. So you could be a sapphire. Maria gets qualified, you're now a ruby. Annette gets qualified, you're now a diamond. More points. Just so you know. Yeah, you have to. You have to. You gotta work it. And work it smart, not hard. Work it smart, not hard. And it just, you know, you want to do that. That's why you should be working hard. Let's get them going. Let's get them Great Start qualified so they can get their free bundles and you get bumped up a star level. Even though you don't get a free bundle, but you get bumped up a star. So it's a win-win, right? More points. And they could be a star too. So maybe next quarter, they could be a star. They could be a star this quarter. If we sell enough, they could be a star because they're already on target to be a star. They just have to finish. Okay, so any other questions on that? What else? Okay, so I got something else I want to talk about is this Chat GPT. Hold on, let me pull up my chatty. Sassy Susie. I think that's what I'm going to call her. I should say Chatty Cathy, but yeah, no. Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys something here. Let me share my screen. When you go to Chat GPT, you can go the free one. The free one just doesn't let you do as many things. I pay $8 a month. I went 30 days for free and I finally had to go ahead and pay $8 a month. They gave, I don't know, it used to be 20. So they have one that's 20. They have higher versions, but I just picked the 8. Okay, so you can type in something or you can do what I did. Go in here like this, add a photo. Let it pull up my photos. Let me see. Hold on. Let's take, oh my goodness, I don't have a whole lot of photos in here. I'm gonna have to, mm, oh, I know what I could do. All these files. Okay. Let me see what this one is. I don't know if I sent myself something. Did it add? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's the photo, right? So I wonder if hold on, let me send another picture. Let me send myself another picture. I'm going to email myself a picture. Hold that thought. Hold on. Let me get to my pictures. It's going to take a second. I should have already had it in there. Hold on. So, let's go. Let's do this one. Got to email it to myself. Okay, now I'm going to go to my email. Hold on. Let me stop sharing for a second so I can go to my email. I got to see the tab. Got to get the tab. I'm going to show you how easy this is. There we are. Let me download the photo. Okay, now we can go back. Now I can start sharing. Okay, so you saw me pull the first picture. This is the picture that Paula gave me. So let me pull it back up. Okay, see that picture? Now I just downloaded a picture. So I'm going to take and go back to my files. And I just downloaded it. So it should be this one right here. Let's add. Should be adding it. There it is. Okay, now this one right. Okay, where am I going to put it? Swap out. Change the picture on the left with, oops, with the picture on the right. Send. Now watch it. Analyzing the images. Just let it work. Just give it a second. Let me go here. Wait, I replaced picture on the left with a new picture. Download the edited. Oh, it didn't do it. I must have typed it in wrong. Hold that thought. Let me go back here. Image swap request. Okay, so I have this one. More actions, branch. Hold on. Maybe I hit my limit. Did it pull up? There it is. Now, what did I say? Switch the picture. I said it wrong. That's what I did. This is so funny. Let's see if it does it. Let me see if it'll do it. It should change it right out. I did it, a lot of them yesterday. Let me see if it'll do it. Here I am trying to teach you how to do it. It should do it, but I'm not sure. It all depends on the way you word it, I guess. Oh, look at that. You see that? And then what I do is I go in and I download, I share it to myself and I download it on my computer. And then I email it to myself and then I copy it off my phone. So, hold on a minute. I want to save this, save image. Okay. So, do you guys have any questions on how to do that? You can see, Paula, with you, I put this photo in there. When I put the other photo in there, it wouldn't put it in. It kept giving me back that one. So when I put this photo in there, it came back like that. You guys can do this with anything.
I was like, who is that lady?
Yeah, it kept kicking that one back. When I said switch it, it kept kicking her back. I'm going like, no. So I put this picture in there and it came out like that. Just like all the other pictures that I did. I tried to switch it, it wouldn't switch. Hold on, image replacement. I've replaced a lot of images. Right, it keeps going to the same one. But you can do it with, you can ask it questions. You can get it to text, like career opportunity. I wanted to send out, when we had the quick question, you know, something about the career opportunity at the end of last month. And I put in there, need something short to text out to people about the career opportunity. And this is what it came up with. And you can pick what you want, and it will expand on it. If you want, tell me who you're texting, friends, clients, warm leads, and I can tailor one perfectly to your voice. They can change it for you. Just put in what you want and it'll spit it back out. Let me see something else. Star Flyer. Let me look at that one. It can do pictures. See, that's how I created that. It kicked back all these. I wanted a Star Flyer, so I put in all these pictures, and then this is what it came back with. So you guys can use ChatGPT to do anything, to create text messages for you, to create words, to create pictures. And it is free, but on the free version, you only get so many requests for the day, and then you have to wait till the next day. Because I did it, and I maxed out my requests. It says, I think it's like 7 or 8 requests. And then it's going like, timeout. But you do have to go in there. Well, let me see if I can show you. You do have to go in there and kind of set it up for you. So let me screen share. Like, answer some questions. Go in there and tell it about you. This thing here. Wait, it's blank. I thought I did chat. Okay. Okay, so set it up like over here, not a group top. You have to set it up so it knows about you. I'm trying to figure out where you go to do that. Projects. Oh, I'm down here. I don't know. But when you first start, there's a tab that you hit. I'm already in here. That's me down here. So, but it'll ask you, about you. What do you do? Well, I'm a beauty consultant with Mary Kay, and I put scriptures, or I read the Bible, whatever it was I put all about. Let me see if it even gives me any ideas about me. Edit my profile. So up here, you can go and edit your profile and personalize your profile of who you are and what you like. And then it will create a chat so when it spits out text messages and stuff, it caters to you. Like I'm a beauty consultant with Mary Kay. I like to build leaders. I motivate people. I inspire people. Whatever you want to put. You know what I mean? Put whatever it is that you want it to know about you. Because what it does is it creates things for you. It creates the words for you. And if you don't like what it says, you can put, no, give me another version, or do this, or make it shorter, make it longer, make it more personal, make it fun. So some of the flyers like I created for the party came from Chat GPT. The one for your house came from Chat. I put in what I wanted and it spit out a picture. So that's how that works. So you guys know now how to use Chat and create your own chat, name your chat. And if you decide you want to pay for it, you're going to keep the same chat. I got the same chat box. I just need to name her. I think my original name was Sassy Susie or something because she was really kind of sassy. I don't know. But so that is something that you guys need to learn how to do because it's going to make your work easier when you come to wanting to text somebody and you just don't know the words, put it in chat and let it spit something out that's more your personality. Okay. You got any questions on that at all? No? Okay. So the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight, I know it's a lot. Okay. Let me go in here. I shared this. Wait, actually, I can probably go into mine. I don't need to go into hers. Let me go into my Google Sheets. I actually sent Leslie my Dropbox. She created it on Google Sheets. So let me see if I can go into my Google Sheets. Google, oops, I got to spell Google right first. Google Sheets, there we go. Okay, so I copied hers. You guys couldn't open her, so I deleted it. So I went in and I copied her Google Sheet. And one of the sheets I posted was on a 60-40 split checking, how you track your money. Everybody, if you don't have any way to track your money, you can put it on your weekly accomplishment sheet. However, it doesn't split it up. I think it does. I think your weekly accomplishment sheet will show you at the end of the week how much to pay yourself off the profits of what you sold. However, there's this sheet here, and I put 2026 at the bottom. You can always rename it to whatever year you want to rename it to, but we're in 2026, and this is the wrong date because this is about the time I took classes with Leah Laughlin, and this is where I got this from. You put in if you have a sale, you put the date you sold, you put how much the transaction total was, what the retail was, and the tax, and it should calculate how much you pay yourself. It should calculate for you over there. And then at the end of the week or the end of the month, you can pay yourself however you want to pay yourself, but it should calculate it for you. But that is the profit. And I don't know if you guys know how to work Google Sheets, but I have it in Dropbox, but here it is with Google Sheets. So I posted it in the unit page. Now the other one is, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I just got out of Facebook. Hold on. That was the wrong thing to do. Well, Facebook just went. Let me come back around here. I X'd out the wrong X. Hold on. Let me stop sharing for a second. Or Facebook. I don't know if I can go back in. Hold that thought. Let me see if we're still there. Oh yeah, we are still there. Okay. So we are still there. Okay, so the Google Sheets. Now, let me go back to Google Sheets. I'll screen share again. Let me share. Okay, so the business expense tracking sheet. This is what I use in my Dropbox. I'm getting ready to close out my February and do my receipts. Okay, here are all of the lists that Leah Lachlan had. Okay, so you should be able to go in here and change these out to lists that will work for you, like gas, oil, tags, OnStar. Well, I don't have OnStar. Gas, oil, and tags, meals, meeting. You should be able to edit this. Printing, office assistant, if you pay. This part you won't use unless you start making over $100,000 a year, and then you will. If you have to pay payroll taxes and income, workman's comp, if you have to pay that, postage, prize, gifts, and awards. If you give away prizes or stuff to your customers, you can put that in. ProPay fees, we don't have ProPay anymore. So this is a worksheet for you to keep track of your expenses. It's for your business expenses. Now, hold on a minute. Let me get to, I show you this to show you. If you start keeping track while you're small, by the time you get bigger and start doing more, you will have better idea on how to do it. I mean, you should be able to, am I sharing? No, hold on. There we go. You should have some way to account for your income. I mean, your money going out, right? Like your money, your expenses, your business expenses and your personal expenses. And as a consultant, if you start now, I mean, you guys do taxes, correct? So this is to help you with your taxes. So here is my business expense. I don't know why it's looking all funky. It's like you can't see the tabs. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Need to slide it over. Okay, so here's mine. Here's my 2025. And here's my 2026. Do you see that? I printed up this one sheet for my taxes. Do you see all the things I put on there? Dropbox, computer repair, hardware for my computer or whatever, for my, for the printer, whatever it is. But I have all these. I have my commission, my retail sales goes in there so I can see what I'm making, how much I pay in sales taxes off my sales, my retail sales. Workshops that I pay for, travel expenses when I go, like the career conference, seminar, Square fees, what I pay to process credit cards, ProPay fees, what I paid, I don't pay them anymore. Hair, nails, I'm getting ready to get my hair cut. Yep, that's going to go in there. Postage, and then you notice I don't have any of this, but copies and prints from Office Depot or FedEx. I have all my office assistants are down here. You see what I pay out to virtual assistants to help me run my business? You guys don't have to do that. You're a consultant. However, I keep track of everything that goes out. And when you have a little to keep track of, when you start getting more, it'll be easier. So section 1, orders. The reason why I'm in the court of sales is you see how much I order every single month. Month in, month out. Month in, month out. Month in, month out. You see that? 24, 17, 22, 16. That's why I'm in the court of sales, is because I sell. But then again, all the section 2, shipping, all that stuff is up there. But then again, look at my retail sales. 3,500, 3,400, 2,300, 34, 48. 38, 26, 39, 36, 34, 59, 32. You see that? That's why I keep track of it. And it matches my sales for the month, matches my ordering for the month. And the other Dropbox one I want to show you, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you guys keep track of why you barely have anything going on, just a few customers. And, you know, let me do my other one. Hold on. It's just good. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. It's not pulling up my personal. I don't know why it's not. It's giving me business. I want to shift. I don't know how to get to my personal one. It's funny that it does that. But I wanted to show you my personal one because I keep track of all my stuff. I don't. Maybe that's it. There it is. But it's not in color. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I just had to go down further. So let me show you, and then we're almost done. I keep track of my personal stuff as well because I need to know where my money's going. Okay. So what year are we in? 2027. Ha! We're not even there yet. Hold on. You can add the tabs in as you go along. I up the tabs over. But this is 2025. But you see, I keep track of when I eat out, my groceries. And when you eat out with Mary Kay, like when we meet at Starbucks and I get a coffee, that's a write-off. That's a write-off. Just saying. Okay, so I keep track of my groceries, my gifts that I pay out to my family, my car, part of my gas goes here, part of my gas goes from business. Car insurance, all the mortgage, all of the expenses that I have. Okay, so we're in 2026, but these are ongoing expenses that I keep in because I know they're not going to change. And if they do change, I can change it. But I keep it tallied up. I keep track of all of that. So I say this to tell you, keep track of your stuff. If you want to make money, the only way you can make money is to know what you're spending and what you're earning. I have this little envelope like this, has all my February receipts in there, every single thing that I bought, personal or business, and I will I put at the top of the receipts like this. This one came out, commission check, okay? Or it'll say Bank of America, or it'll say Mary Kay, bank checking. And then I split them up, put the business receipts in with the business, personal in with the personal. And that's how I keep track of what I do. But you guys, I know it's a lot. You just started, but while you're brand new and you're selling a ton, it's easier to keep track of when you're small than when you're big. Trying to go back and enter all the things in is hard. And when it comes, we're in tax season right now. So if you start now, we just started in January for this next year, you can keep track of your stuff. Don't you want to know if your husband comes to you and says, hey, where's the money going? Well, I don't know. Well, this way you can say, okay, well, I spent this much here, this much here, this much here. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Or I made this much. You see my commission check? You see my retail sales? And I even keep track of my personal use and my demo stuff. It all goes in there. Because you know why? It's a tax write-off. Just saying. Do you guys need tax write-offs? I don't know. You might not. I do. So I keep track of all of it. So we can go over that more about that, but I wanted to say it because Leslie got a hold of me last night and I gave her the Dropbox and she doesn't have Dropbox, so she created a Google Sheet. So therefore I'm sharing the Google Sheet so you guys can copy it and make your own Google Sheet. It's free and you can keep track of what you do on that. Or you can do the 60-40 checking and know what you're supposed to pay yourself. Does that make sense? Any of it? Hello? Yes, no, maybe so?
Yes.
Okay. You
Yes,
got to keep track.
sorry, good answer.
I know that Maria's husband has a side business too, and so he probably has a way to keep track of all that he's doing as well. I mean, you got to have a way.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. And so whatever his way is works for him. This is what I use for me. It's already created. And I took money classes with Leah Lachlan. And so I have the booklets. I have all the templates that I used, been using them for years. And it's easy because I just print out one sheet at the end of the year for my taxes. It has all the totals in there for everything. So if I was ever to get audited, I could just take that sheet, we can look at it and say, okay, this is what this is. And I have the receipts to back it up. Everything from my receipts goes right in that sheet. So, okay, so anybody got any questions on anything? Anything that I've talked about? I talked about a lot. A lot of stuff. But career conference is around the corner. I'm excited. So how are we going to do our $1,000? How are we going to do the sales? Any ideas? You're going to sell miracle sets, time-wise repairs, microdermabrasions? Hopefully not lipsticks. Otherwise, you got to sell 100.
Yes, big skincare set.
Yeah, big skincare sets. I know I'm trying to figure it out too. In fact, what I did is I went in to my Boulevard. Hold on, let me find it. And I have Boulevard where I input, like you have weekly accomplishment sheets, but I have Boulevard. I typed in the usage, the miracle set usage by customers that have bought in the last year, have bought miracle sets. And it printed me up sheets. Now I can go through those customers and I can do the same thing for time-wise repair and see who's bought. And then I can offer them a deal on those sets because some of them probably need to reorder and they haven't reordered. But I have a sheet that I can go back and track who's bought it. And I can ask them, did you like it? You want a deal, special deal? You know, because we have a special promotion right now and you can get your deal. You can do whatever you want to do for a deal. You know, I'm not sure what you want to do. Paula, what are you guys going to do for your deal?
Probably buy one, get one half price.
Okay. That's a good idea. I think that would be a good deal. So, and then that way you're still making a little bit of money and you're moving the product. And like I said, you can do customer delivery. If you set up your My Shop, you can do customer delivery and just have it all shipped through. Because I don't have that many miracle sets on my shelf. You know, back in the day, the company used to have these promotions to where, and I remember this, it was in August. We had to get 13 miracle sets in order to be, they had challenges to sell 13 miracle sets. So I didn't have 13 miracle sets of normal to dry or combination to oily, right? And our limit was 13 because, you know, Mary Kay's favorite number is 13. So I ordered 13 miracle sets, normal to dry, 13 miracle sets, combination to oily, and I had them in boxes. And I worked to sell every single one of those. That was a lot of miracle sets. And back then, the miracle sets were cheaper. But I earned the goal. You know, they had goals for us like that. I mean, we'd get something for ordering 13, you know, like oil-free hydrating gels, intense moisturizing creams. We had a challenge one time to do those when those come out. And it was funny. So we used to work for the goofiest stuff. And there weren't even good things. I mean, I look back on it now and I'm like, dang, why did we work for that? Like a pen that said, you got it, you know, you won or something. I don't know. We worked for the recognition so on our bling badge, it said we won the challenge. You know what I mean? What kind of recognition is that? That's crazy. I like diamonds and cash, you know, cash talks. So recognition. If you're going to get recognized, go across stage. Get recognized, get those diamonds, get that cash, get those bracelets, get those pins. Yeah, diamond rings, man, and cash. That's what we work for. You know, and it's funny because the world does not give away those things. Like I work for Granite and our plant We had no accidents. We produced the most rock and product from our plant than any other plant in California without accidents. And you know what we got? Fluorescent green jacket to wear at night because we were on the night shift. That's what we got. I was so excited for a fluorescent green jacket I never wore. The tags were still on it because I retired right after that. But diamonds and cash are much better. Just saying. Can't do much with a jacket. Unless it's a fur coat. They don't give away fur coats anymore. So anyway, anybody got anything they want to add? Are you excited for career conference? Yeah, diamonds, Maria.
Yay!
Career
I'm
conference.
excited.
Yeah, it's coming up. And so I know that Janice told us today, Maria, listen to me. This pertains to you. Janice told me today that if we have people who get in their red jacket before career conference, to let her know, because she has prizes for people who get in red jackets. And she knows that not everybody got in the red jacket by the end of February. So I'm just saying, and to be in a red jacket, you have to have at least 3 active team members. Well, you got 2 team members and they're not quite active yet. But if you get that 3rd one and they all get active and you're in red before, then, you know, I'll let you can borrow my red jacket. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But you'll get recognized with Janice and you'll get a prize. So you can do it. I know you can. Be exciting. Go down there to be a red jacket. Because you know why? When you go to career conference and you're in a red jacket, you get the better classes. You get classes for red jackets, not just for consultants. They bump you up a level in the class and what you learn. Because there's different directors that'll be top directors that'll be teaching the red jacket class than the regular consultant class. They're different. They're different levels. So you want to be in the red jacket class. You'll learn more. Just saying. You'll learn some tips and tricks and all kinds of things, which is going to be good. It's going to be fun. Anybody got anything else they want to add? I think I'll stop the recording.